Hello there everybody, this is Graham, known as the Collector75, and welcome to another Transformers Titan Returns. Titans Return? Yeah, Titans Return. Yeah, Titans Return. Transformers review, yes, and here we are with one of my TF Nation purchases. Now, I was really hoping to see this guy because I really did want him, because I love his G1 toy. I had it, maybe not when I was a kid, but I did get it in the 90s with that European gold box that he comes in, and I loved it. I just loved it because I thought, wow, there's a Power Master we never got when I was a kid, and all that sort of stuff. And he's just a good toy. He's a bit of a brick. Doesn't really pose too well because he's got no real articulation apart from in the arms. But he's still a cool character because he's just big. And this is the first sort of like updated figure we've ever got for him. And it's a pretty good one. It's not perfect by any sense of the word. Now, you can see that I've got two Titan Master figures here. Now, if you've watched my previous video on the upgrade set, you'll know what they are. It's an upgrade set I picked up at TF Nation to turn the... God, I can't even talk today. The Titan figure that he came with into a little Power Master, and another one of your choosing. You can choose which one you like. I chose... I can't remember his name now. Horrible, because he's sort of the right sort of colours. I think I need to change the arms. I might change him for someone else. The arms, anyway. Yeah, and all it came with is oh God, what is wrong with me today? I can't even talk. Yeah, a bit obvious. It comes with these little bits of plastic that are just shaped like the engines that he had back in G1, and you just swap the faceplate for that, really, and that is as complicated as it gets. I mean, it's not the easiest thing to put on, believe me, because they could have been made a little bit better, but there we go. But they're fine. So anyway, so I cannot remember their names, but to be honest, they don't look exactly like either Giga or Mega, but whoever's whoever, if you know what I mean. I'm going to have this one as Giga, because was it Giga? Was it the Mega? Giga Tank and Mega Jet? Oh, I can't remember. So, well, either way, that's who I'm having for this one, and that's who's going in the jet. So there we go. Right, so obviously, now then, I'm going to put him to one side, actually, because I'm only going to end up knocking him over. So obviously, now, for his Titan Returns, he is a leader class figure. Now, I did mention on my other video about the upgrade set that for a leader class figure, and he cost 60 quid, I remember Armada Tidal Wave, and that is a big figure. And that was like half the price of this one. I know that was like over 10 years ago, but even so, you know. But there we go. But he's quite a cool little figure. Now, it has all the usual cutbacks that they're doing these days. We've got a few gaps here. Is he a little hollow? He is a little hollow in places, like where they just don't bother, you know, having solid things anymore. It's a bit of a shame that we weren't getting these figures 10 years ago, because they would have been made so much better. Yeah, what a shame, eh? Still, there we go. That's the market we live in today, which is a shame, but, you know, that's an argument for another time. Right, so anyway, so this is the tank. Now, my only gripe about the tank is that the turret doesn't turn. But then again, his G1 tank turret didn't turn. So you could say that is a good homage to the original toy. It is pretty cool, though. I love the look of it. It's a little squat, if you know what I mean. It looks more like one of those tiny little tanks you used to get, you know. But you can put his little Power Master, I'm going to call him a Power Master figure now, in here. So you open that up, and you can bend his knees, and he'll happily sit in there. You can sort of close up, you just push him right in. And the same goes for, I'm going to call him Mega. If you can get his bloody cockpit open. Oh dear, there we go. So you can just bend him at the knees there, or the hips even, and slot him in, and he's happy as Larry piloting that. So there's your tank, and now the jet. The jet looks actually pretty cool. Now, what I don't like about it is what I was a bit saying earlier. You can see the gap right there, and then when you turn it over, this looks a little untidy. But then again, the G1 toy was very untidy underneath like that. He has his little landing gear ski things, but he looks like a very cool futuristic jet slash rocket, whatever you want to call it, spaceship. So he's all right, I suppose. Right, okay. What should we do first? I think we're going to transform him into a robot. And it's... Oh, he's rolling off there, isn't he? It's obviously not level. Right, so I think, first of all, we're going to take the gun out. If I can get it out. Because it pegs in just on that one there, and it's hard getting the right leverage to get it in, and it's the first time I've ever pushed it in, so it's probably a bit tight. So we're going to put that over there. Then we're going to get his little Power Master figure out. Put him over there. Close that back up. Then we're going to split this here and open these out, like so. These are going to obviously become his legs. Just spread them for the moment. Then we're going to bring this up here, rotate these around. I like it how it does this on this version. That is pretty cool. Then we're going to open this out. These are going to become his feet. And then we just rotate that. It's on like a little double hinge, which is kind of cool. See, rotate that again up there, and then let's flap this flap. Fold this out even. And there's his legs, and his legs are pretty good. They've got some heel sort of like tilts, whatever you call them, and that is pretty cool. So we're going to put those over there. Now, like I say, his transformation isn't that hard, to be honest. Though I'll probably struggle with it. Right, so what we're going to do now is rotate this back. I am going to disconnect this. Now, you can leave it down on his back, but I think it looks stupid. So there we go. To put it on his shoulder, you're going to need to rotate this little grey bit out. Put that over there for now. Then you're going to rotate this straight onto his back like that. Rotate his head around. As you can see, I've got the faceplate in there. I'll show you this now. This was the other part of the upgrade. What you had was just a blue block representing the Titan Master figure itself, but it's just all solid, and you just screw that faceplate to it, then jam it in there. Basically, it doesn't need to ever come out because you don't need it to come out. So anyway, and that's how you do that. And that is pretty much almost it. You just rotate this out, rotate his fist out, rotate that back, fold this out, rotate his fist out. It does have some nasty gaps in there, but there we go. That's it. Oh yeah, there are tabbed just in on these bits here, so you can untab them. That gives him a lot of freedom for his arm movements. And then you're going to get this section, and this section literally just shoves up in here. There we go, all done. And that is Overlord. Now I'm just going to adjust my camera's angle slightly. There we go. And he is damn cool. I actually really like it. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. This just attaches up here on his shoulder. Once you fold that away, you can get it in there. There we go. Giving him that proper G1 look. Now, what have I done with the little engine dudes? Oh, I've got one of them. Where's the other one gone? I've left him in the jet, you know. Yep, there he is. Right, so get him out of there. Right, so then you can open up his little chest compartments. And using these, now I can't exactly remember which one goes where. So I'm going to put this little gold one on this side. And they just sort of like hold themselves just in there like that. There we go, that one can go in there, like so. Give his little gun in his hand. Now it doesn't look exactly like his Generation 1 gun, but it looks good enough to me. And you can still manoeuvre his head around and everything. I love it. I actually think this is a very good figure. I really do want to get the Black Shadow, well, sorry, what's his name? Sky Shadow. Obviously a homage to Black Shadow from the old G1. I think it's great, and you're going to get tons of articulation, tons of great poses. You can manoeuvre that over there. You can have him shooting someone like that. It is just an all-round good figure. Right, let's see if I can get him into his battle station mode. Now, let's take his gun off. Let's take this off. What are we going to do with this? I think we just need to rotate that out. Sit it down there. We're going to put those flat. I need to rotate these little flaps out. If I can get them out, they don't come out. That's so he can attach to some other little Titan Master figures, like say Soundwave and whoever. I'm going to put those flat for now. Rotate his fists away. Just do all these little jobs now. Fold those in. Come back to those in a minute. Get his little engine people out. So I don't think we need them in there for this. We're just going to pop him. Oh, bloody hell. Nearly knocked my light down. 1 second. There we go. Saved it. Right, so then we'll get the other little engine dude out. I've got to be careful because I had to super glue this one in because I had a bit of trouble getting him the screw to screw into that bloody thing. I was there for an hour doing that. Right, so we rotate that around. And now what do we do? Oh yeah, we rotate this up into thing, and then we rotate these bits out like so. and they come down. And they tab into place. Then I believe this just rotates like that. Oh yeah, we want to close these up, don't we? I believe. Like so. Oh yeah, look at that, bloody forgotten loads of bloody stuff here. I want to rotate this around actually. There we go. Do that. There we go. That rotates that way. That's better, isn't it? Looks a bit better. Then you just sort of like bring this down. And then you can just use these thrusters as props for his base mode. Knock everything else down while you're at it. Then you're going to stick this back on, but this time using the white side, because that's how he was back in the old days. Oh yeah, you've got to tab these in there. Forgot about that. Ugh. Right, then you can use that. Right, so there we go. And that is about it. You just stick this gun there. And then you can get these little dudes. And you can put them on these little Titan Master things. If don't want to go in there though, do they? That one's been painted, that's probably why. There you go, he goes in that one. Yeah, on the painted ones, it's because they've been built up too much. But this is like his old G1 thing, if you can get it out. I might have to just go in this way. There we go. And that is very much like his old G1. You can just stick him on there, if you can get him on there. Ugh. And he can stand up there. And he's quite happy up there, isn't he? There we go. And that ain't too much. It's an okay base mode. Normally I don't do the base modes for these sort of figures. I'll tell you why. Because normally they're a bit crap. That one's alright because it's quite a homage back to his G1 because his G1 had a base mode. Some of them don't. Let's... Oh, blooming hell, just knocked my camera. Let's bring in a little size comparison here. Here we have Titan's Return Galvatron. Not the greatest figure, I admit. He has a few issues, but I quite like him. And he's alright, isn't he? That was a Voyager. He's a leader. Yeah, he's a bit funny, isn't he? Anyway, right, I'm going to end this review there. I'm going to take some pictures as you usual do and put them at the end of the video. Right, okay, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. You can, if you like the content of this video, you can give it a big thumbs up. You can rate, you can't rate it, I don't know why I keep saying that. You can give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe, that's always a good one. And you can do lots of other things as well. You can support my channel using the little coffee link below. Is there anything else? Yeah, you've got that little notification bell. You can do that. Yeah, there's plenty of other things you can be doing. Right, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.